What's up and welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic. And this is Alma and the Wolf. This is the film that everyone has been reviewing, and I'm just now getting, no one's been reviewing this. I don't even think you know what this is, so thank you for clicking on this. You're a voyager. You're an intrepid adventurer into the world of YouTube film reviews. Congratulations. I think, is that fair to say? Congratulations? I don't know. Anyway, so I also adventured into this movie because it had audio description and I was bored. So I rented this. It's a Paramount/Republic Pictures release, which is never really a great sign for a movie. Paramount doesn't slap that Republic Pictures label on films they love and adore. I don't even know why the Republic Pictures movies just don't go straight to Paramount Plus. Like, why aren't they using these as debuts? They're not going to theaters. Anyway, so this stars Ethan Embry and Lee Jung Lee, and is the tale, I guess, of Alma and the Wolf, but it's more of this guy, Ren, who is what Ethan Embry plays. He's kind of the lead of the film. And he's just sort of this bumbling idiot detective. Well, a police officer. Sorry, I don't even think this town is big enough to have detectives. And things are going, something is afoot. Something is awry in this area. He pulls up on, at the beginning of this movie, we see him pull up on Alma, who is covered in blood. And she's like, my dog died. And you know, so he picks her up and makes sure she's okay, and she says that her dog was killed by a wolf. Okay. Then we kind of just fart around for a lot of the movie. This movie doesn't take itself very seriously. It's not funny enough to be, was this written by, I think it was written by somebody named like Abby Miller or something like that. Abby just didn't do a good job of pulling off the horror comedy thing, although it's trying. And Ethan Embry is absolutely here for it if you let him. Like, I was actually kind of excited when I found out Ethan Embry was in the movie. I was like, oh, I used to love Ethan Embry. I always felt like he was so underrated as an actor. He was in a show in the late 90s called Freaky Links, and I think I was the only person who watched it. He's managed to consistently find work ever since. It's not, you know, he's not necessarily a starring actor all the time. And now I guess when he stars in things, he's with the girl from Sinners who has Oscar buzz, which is, you know, she made this before Sinners. She had to have. This was just sitting around and somebody was like, is that Lee Jung Lee in Sinners right now? Oh, she is. Let's release this and see if anybody watches this. So, yeah, some people think she might get an Oscar nomination for playing Grace in Sinners, and, well, she's also in this. If people watch this, they might not give her the Oscar nomination. It's not that great of a movie, but I've definitely seen worse Republic Pictures movies. I don't know, there really isn't much of a gag. He goes out into there's a really dumb scene. It's so stupid. This is the thing, I hate horror movies where you have to like get somewhere, but you're not sure how to get your characters there, so your characters just have to go really dumb for a while. And so he's like drunk and gets out of his car, and he follows some goats into the woods. I don't know. And he sees a wolf and he yells at it, and he's got his firearm with him. It's like, get out of here! Because he thinks that's obviously the wolf that killed the dog, and there's some, I can't remember what it is. There's some mangled, gobbled gore shit in front of him. Something died. And I remember the audio description called it Tigger. And I was like, if this turns out to be a Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey knockoff, and the wolf is actually like Eeyore or something. Oh God. Anyway, so uh, he ends up seeing this like half wolf person thing that ends up speaking to him and kind of like charges at him. Is more like a wolf spirit type thing that changes his life and the trajectory of the film. And the film tries to kind of flip itself around and be interesting at the end. It wasn't completely bad. It wasn't completely uninteresting. It doesn't take itself super seriously, which is kind of the problem with a lot of Republic pictures, is that they all think that they are like actually good, and they're like competitive against other films in their genre. What am I thinking about here? The Painter. That was terrible. That was an abomination unto man. I thought that movie was awful. That's a Republic Pictures release. Utopia. That's another one that's just god awful. Both of those films are like super serious, even though they really should be campy as all hell. So this one actually just approaches it from a different angle and goes, yeah, well, we're a little bit campy. We own that. And I think that's what kind of makes it a little bit more pleasant of a watch. But I still wouldn't recommend this. Like, there's nothing remotely close to me saying, fresh, please watch this. The audio description was all right. It wasn't my favorite track, but also wasn't my least favorite track. It was a little lethargic. I don't know. If I had to find a word to describe it. Problem is, at the end of the thing, I get there and I'm listening to the credits and there's no one takes credit for it. Nobody, I don't know, it's like a growing trend of people who want to Alan Smithy their way out of a project and just, listen, if you provided an audio description for the film, the least you can do is slap your company name on it, even if your writer and narrator doesn't want to be associated with it. Somebody made it and there should have to be a label on this. No, like, in no other field can we buy a product without knowing who made it. Like, I know Paramount and Republic made the film. Like, I know that. That's there. And in the credits, if I could see, I would know all of the songs and who wrote them. I would know who owns the publishing rights to them. Somebody has their name on the screenplay. Somebody has their name on the direction. Somebody has their name on the score. Somebody has their name as whoever the fuck in this movie. When you go to the store, you see brand names on cans and things like that. And you go and you buy clothing, and even at the back of it, even if it's just some basic ass Hanes t-shirt, still says it in the back. We don't just like walk through life where people just get to go like, well, I made shit and nobody gets to know who made it. It's just out there in the world. So put your fucking company name on these things. I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm so tired of this bullshit. I don't care if the movie companies are saying, no, you can't do it anyway. Fucking illegal. Like, we have nobody to complain to. Who am I complaining to? Like, God? Was this audio description track put there by like divine providence? Just like, oh God, thank you, God, for giving this Alma the Wolf. Your narration isn't great, but cool. Thank you. Come the fuck on. Seriously. Like, so it pisses me off even more than seeing a name down there. And it's like these companies don't want to be bitched to. I don't give a shit. You're the one who made it. You know, in no other realm does somebody get to make something and then not put their name on it and just try to sell it to somebody as, what is this? It's soup. Who made it? I don't know. Would you eat soup not knowing who made it? It's just soup, man. It's just soup. But who made it? And they didn't want to put their name on it. Well, that's not good. It's not a good thing. Who made this sandwich? I don't know. I don't want to eat a sandwich if nobody wants to tell me who made it, you know? So, yeah, it's bullshit. Stop doing it. Anyway, so that's my rant. Not the first film I've seen this year either to do that, where nobody takes credit for it. So, I don't know why it's becoming more of a thing. I feel like I've seen it more in 2025 than I have in any other year, where people are just like, nah, we're not going to put our name on it. And, meanwhile, like, other companies are fighting for more credits. Like, we're finally getting, we had our first thing that got a quality check person in the credits at the end of it, and this year in The Last of Us. So, I don't know which company is allowing themselves to be abused like this, but who hurt you? Who hurt you? It's probably me. But yeah, Alma the Wolf is okay if you just need a time passer, but I wouldn't recommend it in general. I think you can watch better movies. Part of me wants to say please watch Ethan Embry movies so he can be in more movies, but Lee Jong-mi was better in Sinners, so I didn't even like her that much in Sinners. I don't understand the awards buzz. But to be fair, I wouldn't say Haley Steinfeld deserves an Oscar nomination either, so it's not like an either-or situation. I think Michael B. Jordan was kind of the scene stealer of his own movie. So, Alma and the Wolf, what do I do with you? I'm going to give Alma and the Wolf a 3 out of 10. That's what I'm going to do. Alma and the Wolf. It's not like the worst. Like, I enjoyed this more than Tyler Perry's Medea's Destination Wedding. I enjoyed it more than War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. I enjoyed it more than Hurry Up Tomorrow. Like, I mean, so there are a couple movies this year that were fronted with money by people who are supposedly quote unquote capable of being in and making movies. Alma and the Wolf is better than those 3 movies. So anyway, or it's more entertaining anyway. It's because it again, it doesn't take itself if this was a super serious horror movie, I don't think it would work out for the film. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.